Greetings. This is a story about the follow-up of Lola, the Braveheart girl, who was arrested by Scottish police in Dundee, Scotland, because she banished a knife and a hatchet to this Bulgarian gypsy. Now, when the story came out, it came out that the Bulgarian gypsy and his wife, surely his sister, were innocently walking around, and they were pestered by these three girls. Lola, her sister Ruby, and another young girl. And they protected themselves, and they filmed one of the girls, Lola, vanishing a knife and axe, as if they were threatening them. Well, that was the story the police put out. That's the story the media played too. But that just wasn't the truth. It was so angry. Well, it makes me angry. So all they had to do was, well, in the trial, they were trying to get the CTT footage, but they couldn't get it. It was strangely missing. Ruby had to go to the hospital with a severe concussion. It was difficult getting those medical records. But in the end, these two gypsies were found guilty. It doesn't clear the police. Grav issued no apology for taking the side of the movement and putting the Lola in cuffs or bring her down to the station. Now, that's in the backdrop of a larger story, the Harry Novak story, in which she was murdered by the Sikh, and the police were totally indifferent to Mr. Novak. Rolled him over when he sits up and stabbed. They said, "I don't think so, mate. You know he's bleeding out." It's caused riots in England, and rightfully so. The Lola case didn't, but it did create a sensation on the internet, especially here in the States. Thing about the Braveheart girl was just a classic. And I mentioned it in my piece on it. Dundee, Scotland, I read, is known as the rape capital of Scotland. So these girls are carrying weapons. It's illegal in England, in Scotland, to do that. They're allowed rape whistles. Well, the damnedest things. Your screams will be more important than that, but they're not allowed pepper spray or anything. But these girls have to protect themselves. Lola's 12. If the state doesn't protect her, and they don't, then she has to protect herself. What if she didn't have that knife and hatchet? This guy was found guilty of the gypsy was a sex pest. That's one of the reasons he was found guilty. Harassing these girls, and they pushed them down to the ground and kicked the sister Ruby in the head. And they were found guilty of it. Hopefully they'll be given some sentences. So I wouldn't count on it. Then what I'd like to see is for the British press to stop and think a second. I mean, I thought the story that this gypsy baron or gypsy gangster he calls himself was something from the start. But still, that's the story they went with. That's the narrative they wanted. That's the narrative they wanted. But I'm waiting for the follow-up to the story to see what would be the outcome. Now, very few media published anything on it. Fortunately, Musk did, and that's how it got to the States. But at least it had a happy ending, that justice was done. Not perfect justice. I mean, the police have not issued an apology. The battle of the press there and those reporters that took the side of the gypsy gangster here would issue apologies. That's not going to happen. Police should issue apology. But that's not going to happen either. Still, in the courts, Lola was vindicated, and those that defended her. Okay. The way for this story to end, it seems to have ended. This is Polly saying, "Do I see you again?"